ジャック・ハンマー。まさに君ならではの発想だ。
So this is Jack Hanma, one of the craziest characters in Baki, who wanted to get revenge on his dad for, doing stuff to his mom and all that stuff. So as you can see, Jack has something called an Ilizarov ring fixator, which are multiple rings used for deformity correction and limb lengthening, present all over his upper limb and all over his lower limbs at multiple sites, precisely 8 sites here, 2 at the upper arms, 2 at the forearms, 2 at the thighs, and 2 at the lower legs of the tibia region.
両脚各2箇所ずつ都合8箇所切断による延長という非常識である。
We put 2 rings around the 2 or multiple rings around the bone depending on the configuration. We connect the rings with these things called connecting rods, and we drill holes into the bone and pass wires through the bone. These wires are held at the rings with bolts, and these basically hold the bone in place. And what was done now was something called a corticotomy, which is a cut in the bone, which in the normal side of the bone. And then what happens is, at the corticotomy site, which is here, the bone is distracted along its length, and this site from which the bone is being separated from the corticotomy site gradually grows new bone, which is represented by the orange structure here, and it is fixed to the above bone, and that site also heals. So this is how the lengthening is done with the help of spanners, and it can be done manually by the patient. But these Ilizarov ring fixators are less commonly used now. What's more commonly, so this is the amount of length that can be gained here, usually about 9 to 12 centimeters on average. First you do an osteotomy of the fibula, which is the smaller bone. Then drill holes are put in the tibia, which is the larger bone of the lower leg. Then a guide wire is passed, which helps guide the nail in the right direction. Then the corticotomy is completed, the nail is passed, and we wait for a period of 1 week for the corticotomy site to heal. After 1 week, there is distraction of about 0.25 mm 4 times a day. Usually the lengthening process is about 1 mm per day, which means that if you want to gain a length of 3 centimeters, usually it takes about 30 days. That is the lengthening phase. After the lengthening phase, so how much of a period you used to lengthen the bone, suppose we used 1 month to lengthen the bone, there will be an equal period of consolidation phase where we allow the bone to grow, which is another 30 days. And eventually that bone gap heals, and once that bone gap heals, after usually about a period of 1 year, the nail can be removed.